So you were 20 years old when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and did you have any Japanese friends at the time? Did you know any Japanese people at the time? Did was there a thing against the Asian people? I mean, was there prejudice?
Well, they put them in camps.
Yes, they did.
They put all the Japanese in camps.
Yeah.
So we didn't see any. But I don't really remember that,
Okay.
About them, because they put them all in camps.
Now, going back a little bit, so you were in high school. Did St. Joseph's go through high school, or did you go to a different high school?
Catholic Girls High School.
Which one?
What do you mean?
What's the name
of it? Catholic Girls High School.
Oh, it wasn't like
no.
St.
We
Mary's.
didn't have a name like Mary or no.
Okay, and so it was all girls.
It was all girls.
Did you finish?
My brother went to all boys school.
Did you finish high school?
No, I went up to I finished 11th grade.
Okay, and why didn't you finish the next your senior year?
It wasn't any special reason. It was because I just didn't want to go back or something.
Did you go to work?
Yeah, I went to work. This friend of my parents, she lived in front of us. She used to work in a dress shop, and that's where I went to work. She took me to teach me, and the guy that owned it taught me all this, how to do all these special machines and everything.
Oh, so you left school to go work and make money,
Yes.
and you still lived at home.
Oh yes.
Yeah, no, because in those days you would never go live with your girlfriends. You'd go from your parents' house to your husband's house.
You were lucky to even have enough room in your house.
So you're working.
Yeah, because I told you my sister Helen, she went, her friend was the richest girl in the school.
Oh,
family.
okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were in the parochial school we went to. We were very popular because we were in sports and we were all very good. My brother was very good in sports. He did soccer and he was a goalkeeper and everything.
What about you?
Yeah, I was very good. We were never shunned because we were Mexicans or because, we were poor. Mm-hmm. No, I told you, when they asked the nuns for a girlfriend for her daughter, the family, she chose Helen.
Aunt Helen.
Yeah.
Okay, and Aunt Helen, when did Aunt Helen go into the convent? Was it right out of high school? Did she finish high school?
She never finished high school.
Okay.
But she went in almost after they got her in there, yeah.
Yeah, and they take them away. They took them away then. You never saw them, right? You never saw her when she first went to be a novice, right?
Well, you know why? I don't remember how long it was, but I don't think at that time, because we went to Franciscan school, Franciscan church, Franciscan priest, and she became a Franciscan. Mm-hmm. So I think we had a little more leeway. But they could never come to the house. At that time, a nun was never allowed to come back. Mm-hmm. You could see. I think you could go visit them maybe a little, but they could never come back to visit you. That changed, later, but not
when she first went in.
Yeah.
Is it true? I kind of heard in the family stories that they didn't want her after a while. They didn't want her to become a nun.
Oh, quite a few years afterwards. She's the one that told us. She didn't tell us when it happened.
Uh-huh. Later on, she told you that this happened.
Later on,
they
couldn't get rid of her. She said no. God sent her there, and that's where God wanted her. I could see where they didn't want her. She was a pill.
In what regard?
Very bossy, knew what you wanted to do. She was very, look at my sister Annie, became a registered nurse. Yeah. My brother became an electronic engineer.
Yeah.
We were poor.
What about Aunt Teresa? Did she finish high school?
Yeah, and Teresa was, I think, about one of the first persons that they ever hired in the Water and Power office.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that where
I
she
told
met
you,
Uncle Irv?
We were very, very, you know, we never felt inferior to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
See,
And why do you think that is?
my parents, you know, my father, he never felt inferior to it because my mother was very rich.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't brought up, you know, she was brought up to have servants. That's why she was a lousy housekeeper, lousy for cook and everything.
Mm-hmm. And your dad, wasn't your dad a CPA in
He
Mexico?
couldn't because my father was but he couldn't get a job. He didn't speak English.
Oh, I see.
That's, at that time. But he was very good with figures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But we were poor.
Was there a lot of affection in your family?
Hmm?
Affection. Did your dad hug you and kiss you?
Very much. Every morning before he even went to work, he had this scapular,
Mm-hmm.
and he used to kiss it and kiss us.
And
When
bless
we were
each one of you?
asleep or we were, yes.
Before he went to work, he'd come over
Before
and he'd kiss
every
you and
time.
bless you?
Yeah, he blessed us, all of us, every morning.
Would you go to church together as a family?
Yes.
Your dad went too?
Yeah, because I remember at this little Mexican church we went to, that my sister Teresa and I sat together, and the priest came down from the altar and told us to stop talking. My mother was so happy we didn't sit with her. No, he told us if we didn't stop, he'd make us get out. Imagine. Yeah, imagine. And he was a small church.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about, let's go back to World War II, because that's so unusual. And you were right at the age where you had friends who went off to war. You had your brother who went off to war.
I was working.
You were working. Did you know any women who went into the service? So did you guys work for the USO? Did you go down to, I know you said one time you went down to
we
Union
used
Station.
to go to, and we used to have guys come to the house.
Where would you pick them up? You mean servicemen, right?
Servicemen, yeah.
Would you go-
because one of them became very close to my brother. I mean, my brother was married already.
Okay, so you were engaged to
I wasn't really. He's the one that wanted to get. He was from Iowa, blonde boy. He wanted to get married to me. Then I guess he thought being close to
his
He
family.
was a very nice guy, but he just wasn't for me.
And where did you meet him?
I think we used to go at the railroad station. What do you call it?
Oh, Union Station.
The Union Station.
Yeah, in LA.
And serve food to them.
To the troops coming through?
Yeah, the churches do, so we've always volunteered.
Oh, I see.
And that's where we met.
And so who would do it? You and Aunt Teresa?
Yeah, I think Teresa and I.
Mm-hmm.
And we always dressed really nice because the guys really liked us.
What about Aunt Jo? Was she too young?
She was too young.
Okay.
She was too